Hey guys, we are back today for International Women's Day. I'm back after Monday. I hear you were cheating on me yesterday with Rufus.
Yes, Rufus is a good host though. He's good.
He is a good host. So today, this is International Women's Day. What are we drawing for International Women's Day?
I'm so excited because I've been looking forward to this one since I found out I was going to be on the live stream and that it was going to coincide with this day. And so what I want to do is a stylized portrait of Frida Kahlo.
Ooh, I like it.
I like it too. I'm excited. I don't have a really strong game plan here. I'm just going to go for it.
Cool. And you're doing this all in Photoshop today, right?
All Photoshop today. But of course, in the chat, if you have questions about anything sketch related, Photoshop sketch related, anything iPad.
We got you covered.
Yeah, just throw the questions at us and we will answer those questions. But yeah, I'm ready to go.
I have one thing before you start.
Yeah, please.
Remember last time when you said that you always bring a little stuffed animal for your children?
Yes. Oh, yay.
it's green.
Oh, look, it's green, so it won't show up. It's good. Wait, how can we make it like not disappear?
It's a little frog puppet.
It's a frog puppet, but it's invisible. Look, it's like magic. I hope my kids are seeing this. This is magic.
That's actually even more fun than a frog puppet.
That's kind of a cool magic trick.
Oh, you can kind of. Oh, I
So,
guess if I lay
Brooke,
it.
can I take that and can I make my nose disappear if I do this? Look at that. No nose. There's a tiger. Look at this. Oh, creepy. One-eyed Kyle. That's really funny.
Distractions.
Oh, well, that's so considerate of you.
I know.
Does the frog have a name?
The frog does not have a name. We could solicit names from the chat.
Yeah. Let's get some good names for that frog.
So let's get some names for the frog while we draw Frida Kahlo, or while Kyle draws Frida Kahlo.
Alrighty. I'm extending my canvas. Now, a lot of people don't know you can do this. I should start over and do that again. Did you all know, I'm sure some of you did, but the crop tool in Photoshop can not only be used for cropping and making my image smaller, but you can extend the size of your canvas as well. You can expand it, make it larger.
That's an awesome trick that I actually use all the time.
Me too, I love it. So I'm gonna make my canvas a little bigger because I'm gonna have reference material for this portrait, and it's gonna be off here to the right. And I found this this picture of Frida Kahlo. Make that bigger. There she is. And I'm going to just use my lasso tool here and crop away some of this action. And I'm just going to put that over here to the right. All right, make my canvas a little bigger. There. So because I'm left-handed, I always have my reference material on the right so that I'm not putting my drawing hand over it when I work. And for this illustration today, I thought it would be fun to use a technique where I am going to make selections with the lasso tool and then paint inside of those selections and sort of build a kind of collage style illustration.
That's cool. I like this because, well, I wasn't with you yesterday, but the day before you were sort of building up using organic brushes. So you're doing this like adding it and then taking away. And this is kind of a totally different style of working.
Yes, very much so. This is much more structured, I guess. And I probably will still start though with a sketch. So I'm going to look at my material here and try and do a stylized face design. Not super tight, but enough so where I know where I'm going to be putting stuff. And I just thought she was the perfect subject for today. So,
yeah, I think it's a perfect subject.
She's an artist.
So while Kyle gets started, I just want to remind you all, draw along with us for Women's Day. Post your drawings to Behance. I believe you can go to the info tab if you're curious about where to post those. And we will be showing those during the segment, and then at the end, Kyle will choose his favorite.
Yes.
We are also giving away, we have a good giveaway, a pair of socks. So these are socks that have Dreamweaver, Illustrator, Photoshop, InDesign, what else? Kind of the old school. I shouldn't say old school.
Those are cool.
Like the power apps that we used to all know and love, but now we have some new ones out. I hope that I don't stretch these out. Sorry, whoever gets these. I think I maybe stretched it. But we'll be doing a giveaway, and you'll also get a pair of socks. Pretty cool.
That is pretty neat.
And whoever wins the challenge of the drawing challenge that you get to decide, Kyle Webster will decide your fate. I believe you get a year of Creative Cloud for free.
That's a great prize.
That's a really good prize.
We all know you want that prize.
I want that prize.
Yeah, me too. It's pretty darn good. pretty. All right. So here's my symmetry tool. I'm using my symmetry tool, which I demonstrated yesterday.
Now this is a new feature that just came out at Max, right?
Correct. October 2017. And this is just great for, you know, since I'm doing a face looking straight at us, just for planning purposes, it's nice to be able to have this option to draw on one side and have it immediately get mirrored on the other. Very, very nice.
Now, do you use this a lot?
Yeah, you know.
And do you use it for basic, like just quick sketching, like how you're doing right now, and then you'll turn it off? Or do you ever use it for like finished?
I use it for, let's see.
And maybe you went over this all yesterday. But
Yeah,
I'm
no, I mean,
curious.
I've used it for mostly designing things like logos, you know. So believe it or not, most people like to draw in Illustrator. They can use Illustrator or InDesign if they're doing some kind of logo work. I actually do all my logo stuff in Photoshop. And what I do then is I live trace it in Illustrator. So if I have something that involves any kind of symmetry, I can draw it in Photoshop, get all my shapes right, export to Illustrator, and live trace when I'm all done. So that's how I work.
Yeah.
Probably not the best way to do it, but it works for me, so who
Now,
cares?
can you remind us how you brought up that symmetry? We have a few people asking on the chat. They're saying, "Hey, I always forget about it."
Yeah.
How do you bring it up? Let's just show.
It's
show
not
us again.
actually visible until when you first open Photoshop. You have to make sure you go to your preferences.
Okay.
Okay. Now on a Mac, preferences is under the Photoshop heading. On a PC, it's usually found under, I think, either File or Edit. You'll see Preferences. And in Preferences, you'll see a category, Technology Previews. Turn that on.
It sounds so magical and
I know.
special.
And you have these two options here, and you want to make sure that the second one has a check mark by it, Enable
Okay.
Paint Symmetry.
Okay.
And once that's there, when you select your brush next time, you'll see this little butterfly show up.
Gotcha.
And that gives you your symmetry options. And it's super handy. You can move it around. You see, I've got on this one layer, I've got it set up to be in the middle of where I'm drawing my Frida head, but you could put it anywhere you want. And it's a path. You could also rotate it and have it be diagonal. You can,
Which is super cool. So you can change the path while you're throughout drawing.
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
cool.
So it's pretty neat. And also it'll remember what symmetry you had, and so you can then always activate the most recently used symmetry as well.
That's super cool.
Pretty nifty. All right, so we're gonna just let this come down like so. And I'm gonna crop this right about there. Working in thirds. I love that you can see your thirds when you do cropping in Photoshop. And I'm gonna pull her just over here. Actually, before I do that, I'll continue using my symmetry tool to get some stuff worked out. There's that famous monobrow.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't be Frida without it.
Mm-mm. And that's going to be fun to figure out how I want to paint that. Not really paint, but yeah. You'll see what I'm going to do. It's going to be very shape stuff.
I'm excited. It's already coming together nicely. It's always, I never get tired of watching any artist process. Everyone works so differently, particularly illustrators, you know. I feel like with graphic design, you kind of start with a grid and you build up from there, and there's like not a whole bunch of deviation you can do from sort of like, you know, the typical building a design, but with illustration, everyone works differently, and it's always so fun to see.
It is. I really have a problem with YouTube where I'll get sucked into watching people's painting demos where they'll put something online where they're working in Photoshop, and hours can go by and I don't notice that I've just been spending time watching people, because it's kind of addictive. It's just really fun to watch. Things you can do with digital. I can move this up.
It's
I love
so
it.
nice.
So fun. And I can move this up until I feel good about where that's located. We got to make sure we save this. So we're going to do Frida. Just because, you know, you never know.
That's the worst, isn't it?
Yeah. It's happened too many times in my life.
So, you know, on Tuesday we were swapping back a few jokes back and forth. So I have an art joke for you.
Oh, yes. Go.
I need Monet to get Degas to make my Van Gogh.
That's good. I'm going to remember that. I need Monet to get Degas to make my Van Gogh. All right, so that one, I'm going to make my kids suffer and hear that one a lot.
I looked that one up just for you.
You did? Oh, thank you. You know I like the cheesy dad jokes.
I know you do.
Rufus tried to get through the whole stream yesterday without me telling any jokes. And
really?
And he managed to do it, except he then bragged about it at the end and said that he did it, so I threw one in really fast. Yeah, it's the fastest one I know, the shortest one I know. So yeah, too bad for him. Shouldn't have said anything or he would have gotten away with it.
I know. I'm just here to perpetuate the bad dad joke thing.
Good. Come on, everyone likes bad jokes.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so this is going I'm almost done here with this little bit. I don't want to get too tight on the sketch. I just want to get enough on the page so that...
So for those of you who are just joining us, Kyle is using the symmetry tool to quickly sketch out his drawing of Frida Kahlo for International Women's Day. And this is just to like quickly get everything worked in so he doesn't spend a ton of time making sure things look generally symmetrical.
And even, you know, once I get into it, I might not even make everything perfectly symmetrical anyway, but
it's nice just to have something to follow, you know?
She's got a sizable forehead. I want to get this shape here up and out. There we go. I like that. In and out, like these nice wavy shapes. So that's going to be all.
That's nice. Michelle McCammon is asking, where's the symmetry tool found? And Kyle just went over that, but you have to turn it on. It's under preferences. You make sure that you have, was it technology?
Technology previews.
Technology previews turned on. And then when you select your brush, you'll see a little symmetry tool icon up in the top. It's on the left-hand side, but it's the very last one on the left-hand side when you select your brush. So that is how you get symmetry. And there's quite a few different options, actually.
They're up here. So you got all kinds of crazy stuff. Diagonal, dual axis, new circle, new spiral. I more often than not just always use the vertical, but there are other choices there. You should be aware of that. So try them out, play around.
Yeah.
Super useful.
I'm
for
curious
pattern
what people in the chat, what they're drawing for International Women's Day. I mean, later we will be taking a look, but let us know what you guys are drawing along with this. I wonder if anyone else is drawing a Frida.
Maybe.
You're gonna have a little competition here.
Sure. All right, I'm gonna round this out like so. And the flowers are gonna be off, so I'm gonna turn the symmetry off. They're gonna be off here to the side. Flowers are always tough, but I'm gonna do those in a really simple way too. Everything here is gonna be very simple, shape-based, bright and colorful. You'll see. I can kind of envision it in my head, kind of. And that changes all the time.
There's always like the thing that you think you're drawing in your head, and then what it ends up being.
They are rarely.
They are not the same.
Rarely. Yesterday, actually, yesterday was one of those rare times where I was drawing something, and it was what I thought it was going to look like. You know, pretty much. I'd say about 85%.
And you're just like pen drop, mic drop. You're done.
I felt good about it, but then I didn't finish it. Didn't have time. I did finish the line art, so that's a good feeling. You know, 2 hours just kind of flies by.
Oh, it does. It's super fast.
And you know, you're busy talking and answering questions and stuff, and all of a sudden you say, "Oh, whoops, I just wasn't really drawing that much."
So we have someone asking, is there a shortcut to turn off the symmetry tool? So say you're drawing right now and you just want to quickly turn it off.
Don't know.
Okay.
I'm not aware of it. Let's see.
We've stumped Kyle.
You know, it's one of those things. Maybe you can assign one. I don't know. I doubt it though.
Yeah.
I doubt it right now. Since symmetry was in technology previews, it's not even something that's fully realized. At least not in Adobe's eyes. You know, we know we like it.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, but it probably there's more to be done before it's the kind of thing that would just automatically appear as an option.
Yeah.
I think the fact that it's tucked away in symmetry in previews means.
So we have a lot of people commenting on the chat that they loved your drawing from yesterday.
Oh, cool! Thank you.
Yesterday. Yeah.
Well, thanks. I'm very glad you liked it.
And then we also have someone else asking, what brush are you using right now?
Oh, this is my Perfect pencil. It's called. It's in the mega pack. Let me zoom in so you can see the texture of it.
Ooh, that's nice.
It's very pencil-y. See? Pencil-y, pencil-y. That's the Perfect pencil. And it's in the drawing box in the mega pack, so that's where you'll find it.
Mega pack.
I did a really weird, funny ad for the mega pack when I first released it in 2014 or something.
Oh, really?
Where I did, you ever see those monster truck ads?
Yes.
So it was like a Sunday.
Yeah.
It was that, but it was the mega pack. And it started out, Raster fans. So nobody got that joke, but except people
funny.
in this room and maybe a few others, yeah.
So Jeff is asking a question that I actually do not know the answer to. Maybe you do. Is there a symmetry tool in Illustrator?
Good question, I don't know.
I feel like there should be.
There probably is.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe someone in the chat can answer that question.
I should never say there probably is if I don't know. That's a stupid thing to do.
It feels like there should be.
I would be surprised if there isn't some option for symmetry. Now, I don't know if it's a real-time symmetry thing, or if you just draw something and then instantly mirror it when you're done, kind of thing. I don't know.
Okay, someone answered the question. They said there's an Astute Graphics plugin for symmetry.
Oh, there's a plugin.
Illustrator. Yeah.
Okay, well, there you go.
There's plugins for everything.
We love the plugins.
I know.
That's what's cool about this community is if people want a feature, sometimes they just go make it.
Yep.
All right. I don't want to spend too much time. I'm getting in that place now where I feel like, oh, I'm starting to get too tight with my sketch. It's hard not to, you know?
Yeah. I'm gonna...
There we go. I'm erasing with very light pressure using I think this is the natural edge eraser. I can't remember. I assigned it on Monday when I came in here before any of the stream started, and I was getting myself set up, so I honestly can't remember which eraser I selected, but it's probably the natural edge eraser. Okay, feeling okay about my design there, and now I'm going to take this and Command J. That means I'm going to duplicate the contents of that layer right there, put them on their own layer. And that leaves my reference now alone on its own layer as well. And I can then reduce the opacity of this to about, we'll say 20 pixels or so. I'm actually going to leave that layer on top, and I'm going to work in between the reference layer and the...
So is that just so you can see
it'll
what's
always be
going on
visible,
all the time? Yeah.
More or less, yeah. We'll see. It might not really always be visible, depending on if I'm using dark colors and stuff. But let's just see what happens.
Cool. So now you are going to be drawing using the selection tool.
Yeah, so I'm going to make selections, and I'm just going to paint inside of them. And see what happens.
Cool.
And the first thing I might do is make this kind of abstract set of shapes for the background. So what I like to do is see where my borders of my canvas are. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to position it to where I think I'm going to want it to be. And I just want to look and see how this sits.
I was going to say, what size canvas are you drawing on right now?
It's pretty small, I think. I don't remember. I'll look at it. Well, once I do this, we'll see. I think it's somewhere in the vicinity of like 5 by 7 inches, 300 DPI.
Okay.
I mean, the area I'm cropping right now.
Yeah. Postcard size.
Maybe even smaller. And I could probably blow it up a little bit. I'll do that.
Cool.
So this is about the size I want to work. So I'm going to make a slightly off-white fill for that layer, for that selection, just so I see, okay, there's my active, that's my active canvas, you know? That's where I'm doing my work. And let's see, we're gonna take this, just click it over one. And now, I'm going to just go to image size, and because it's just a sketch, I don't care, so here's a total size.
Okay.
I'm gonna make the height 2700. Okay. So let's see, there's full screen.
There we go.
How big it is. Decent size. And if I were to crop it and print it, it would be, let's see. Six by 9, yeah, 7 by 9.
Cool.
It's a good size.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now with the new enlargement feature that they have in Photoshop, if you go to image size and you enlarge, and when you resample, you use Preserve Details 2.0.
Ooh.
This is a new yeah, I guess I don't know what the word
is.
is.
Smart.
It's very smart. Yes,
yeah.
It's very smart, and it'll do a good job.
Oh,
so
that's awesome.
if you're gonna do like an enlargement of 150% or so, somewhere,
always...
it works extremely well. Even with with stuff that looks painted, or even with line art, it's actually quite good. So, worth checking out. Okay, so here's mine.
Yeah, that's really awesome because I remember I used to have to use other programs if I wanted to scale images, and so this.
Yeah.
Maybe I haven't done it on images. Maybe you have, but.
It's really good. I used to use a plugin too, but now for sizing stuff up 150% or less, I'll do that, and it's totally fine.
Cool.
Yeah, it works very, very well.
So I'm dying to know, you have this like banana above your color.
Yeah, that's Rufus.
Okay.
Rufus made that happen, and I can't remember how, and now I can't get rid of it. It was a hidden feature that he knew about. I have no idea how to get rid of it. So thanks, Rufus.
It's the banana tool.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to paint with, let's see here.
So Jeff had a great question.
Oh, yeah.
He said, I know you can export to Photoshop from Adobe Sketch, but can you go the other way around? Just wondering if I can go back and forth on drawings. And Jeff, you asked a question that I think we are all dying to have, is going back and forth. So today, that's not possible.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not yet.
But these things can become possible. Maybe
they
someday.
can be possible. Anything is possible with Adobe Magic.
Right.
While you're doing that, I would love to go through some of the submissions that we've received already. We've already got some really great stuff.
Okay.
Check this one out. This is awesome.
Wow. That's supremely
it's incredible.
fantastic.
It's beautiful. I'm dying to know what brushes were used on this.
And who is that?
I don't know. It doesn't say. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous.
Nice painting.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Fight Like a Girl poster thing.
Oh, that's cool. That's
pretty
from isn't that Jessica Jones? Is that the tagline from Jessica Jones?
Yeah, it might be.
The Marvel character, something like
Here's
that.
another. Let's see. Here's another one. This one looks like it's either done in Illustrator or Draw.
Oh yeah, that
looks
looks
really
very
nice.
vector, but then.
It's very vector.
Oh yeah. That's cool. Is that from Black Panther?
It looks like it might be. Yeah. Here we've got another cute little drawing, girl or a woman with flowers.
I like that.
I'm very into that. And then this one is, I think it's sideways, but it's called Chibi. So it looks like it's maybe someone who's drawing with Mark.
Must have been, yeah. And I missed that stream. I know it was good though.
Yeah.
Because Mark's
Nice job. These are all really great. So keep submitting. We want to see what you guys are drawing along with Kyle.
Gotta see it. Please keep showing us stuff.
We have a question from Anna.
Yeah.
Have you ever used Corel Painter?
Oh boy, back in the day.
This is a way throwback question.
I mean, the last time I used it for any work was about 2006. So so it's been a long time. Yeah, so only 12 years ago. No, I'm a Photoshop animal. I can't. This is where I live and breathe. This is where I'm happiest all the time. This is my comfort zone. And yeah. What else can I say about that?
Yeah. Now, what brush are you using to create this background?
This is called the Ruffin brush, R-U-F-F-I-N.
Oh yeah, we talked about this one the other day.
And I forgot to check and see if it's available yet.
Is this like a jitter brush, or are you just changing color?
No, I'm changing color.
Okay.
But I'm glad you mentioned that, because let's do it. Why not? Foreground color. Do a nice yellowy kind of a green like so. Background color, let's make it a nice rich color like that. We'll turn on color dynamics. We'll turn on pen pressure for foreground, background. And then, oh, now I can just...
Ooh, yeah. So it really is a pretty different look to it.
Mm-hmm.
But you're getting some of the same stuff. It's kind of a nice mix.
Make that more blue. So on the lighter side, I'm gonna get... Brooke, I'm glad you suggested that.
I know.
Now I can really...
Coming in with all the great ideas.
Exactly. And then I can do a little switch foreground, background color so that the darker color is dominant.
I am loving this background, I have to say. It's really good.
It's supposed to be like foliagey or something. I don't know. Like dark stuff happening in the back. I don't know. It's just going to be there for now. Things might change.
Yeah.
I just gotta have something.
The beauty of working digitally is you can turn the layer off if you decide you don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Now here's a question for you. Do you turn layers off, or will you delete them?
I always turn them off. I don't delete stuff. I'm all about preserving what I can. From years and years working with graphic design projects and things, you do not want to work destructively if you can avoid it.
That is true.
So just as a habit, I do not. Let's zoom in. You can see some of the cool texture that's happening in there.
Yeah.
Fun stuff.
So we have people asking where they can get your brushes, and you can get them actually directly in Photoshop if you open the brush panel and go to Settings.
Here we go.
Get More Brushes.
So here's my brushes panel. I'm going to click right here on the hamburger menu, the 4 lines that are stacked on top of each other. Click on that, and then Get More Brushes. And when you click on that, boom.
Takes you out to the website where you get all the brushes.
And here you have over 1,400.
Now, is the Ruffin brush that you're using, is that part of the mega pack?
So, yes, it is. I don't know. I'm really trying not to get in trouble here. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say. For people on the stream, okay, you're all cool. You're checking things out. I don't know if I'm supposed to say anything yet because I don't know what's going on. But it is technically there.
It's just all there.
I think if you download the mega pack now, it's in there.
Okay.
Yeah, we just haven't formally announced that there are new brushes in there.
Okay. Ooh.
So now y'all know the cat's out of the bag.
Cat's out of the bag.
The ideal thing is you download just the update, so you don't have to replace your brushes. But you could download the full mega pack, grab the Ruffin brush, there are a bunch of new brushes in there. Grab them and just then delete everything else and keep your original mega pack and just add them.
There you go, guys. Sneaky information.
Since we're talking about it, yeah, there's some cool stuff in there. There's some new inking stuff.
Nice. Can't wait to download it.
Gesso brushes.
Ooh.
Like if you want to build up a little canvas, you can. So let's say I have I'll put green on the background because otherwise you won't see how it works. But in the paint box we have now gesso thin, gesso regular, and gesso thick. So let's say I want to put some gesso on my canvas. Yeah. I can. That's the thick one. It's got a canvas texture built in too. I like the gesso regulars. Really nice.
Oh, yeah.
So every time I'm working on a tiny file here. This is better if you got something zoomed out. Every time you make a new stroke, you see more gesso-y stuff happening. So what I like to do is do this and then duplicate the layer and then set it to overlay and put it on top of something.
Okay.
Anyway.
Cool.
There's a bunch of stuff in there.
Oh, it looks like we only have, thank you, Voodoo Val, for the reminder, 1 hour until the challenge deadline. Wow, this is going fast.
Oh, dang.
I mean, so you have 2 hours. No, you have
I've
an hour and a half.
I've got an hour and 25 minutes.
Yeah.
As Rufus reminded me yesterday, there's always an hour or 5 minutes at the end where we need to allot time for a changeover, so to speak.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll get to work.
Yeah, and just to reiterate, someone was saying, hey, if I download the new pack, do I need to delete the old pack out and reinstall? And I think the best option is yes.
Yeah, if you don't, as long as you haven't, if you've done a lot of customization to your current Mega Pack, keep it. And just take the new brushes and dump those in there.
Yeah.
But if you haven't, then there's nothing wrong with just replacing the whole thing. It'll be,
Yeah.
and it also
Will it
there are,
detect duplicates or no?
well, no, so you'll be stuck.
I was gonna say.
The other thing is there are repaired brushes in there. There were 4 or 5 gouache brushes that had the wrong texture.
Ooh.
Those have been repaired. That would be
I thought you were perfect.
It wasn't me. I didn't do it. I don't know how that happened. Gouache go tilt, gouache thick, gouache. Anyway, those have been fixed.
Cool.
Alrighty, so let's go back to where I was here.
Sorry, I keep distracting you.
No, it's okay. Feeling okay about the background here. I think we'll just let that be for now. Now I'm going to start making some selections. All right, new layer. And I'm going to just do, let's see, I'll do part of the face here. I'm just going to select this. And I'm going to use, let's see, something crazy. Let's see. Oh, I know what I want to do. I'm going to go into the real oils and use the cake brush. Cake thick.
Now you're just making me hungry.
And I'm going to put down a little color here. And put a little color on top of it, like so. And then when I select the 2 of them, it lets me do stuff
Very
like
cool.
that. So, this is a mixer brush. And I'm going to take my sketch layer and bump it up to 70% so I can see it better.
All right.
There we go. Maybe a little less. Just don't want to lose sight of that.
So someone was asking about searching for brushes, and they have some favorite brushes, and there's so many in the Mega Pack. And I think you gave a really good suggestion on, I want to say Monday, on Tuesday, which is actually to create a library of your favorite brushes. And then that way you have them in Photoshop, and then you also have them in Sketch, because some people are saying, hey, it takes forever for my Mega Pack to load in Sketch.
Yeah.
Just make a library of your favorites,
Yeah, you should
and then you
never-
have them all there.
Never, like we said, don't ever load
Oh my
all of
gosh.
them. You'd be in serious trouble.
Yep.
Takes too long. That's a terrible thing to do, so do not do that.
Someone's asking if the cake brush is chocolate or vanilla, and I'm pretty sure it's red velvet.
Great question. No answer. I don't know. I don't know. It is what it is.
So do you ever work this way, or is this kind of a new style? Is this something kind of new you're
No,
trying?
I can't think of a time I've ever done this. So you all are just witnessing me playing around.
Which I love to see. I think it's always fun to watch people try new stuff. I mean, I love to try new stuff.
This is me being daring. This here, and then I'm going to use a slightly cooler.
Oh yeah, so Andre is saying, I just started to make folders with brushes for different projects, and it's so much easier than scrolling through all the brushes.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. You need to stay organized. You know, that's a good habit anyway with anything you're doing, artistically speaking, right? If you're not really organized, then it's not.
If you're not naming your layers. Kidding. I actually know very
Oops.
few illustrators who name their layers.
I never do, and I should, but I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this mess over here on the right. It's just nothing has a a title. It's all just completely whatever.
So I'm pretty impressed, and Voodoo Val said this as well. Your lasso selections are very smooth. It must take a lot of practice.
Oh, thanks. Well, you know what? You got to work on a Cintiq. It makes a huge difference. If you're working on something that doesn't give you this kind of control where you can see where you are, you know, it's just not fun. It makes it super tough.
So just a reminder, we've been actually getting a lot of submissions today. Show us what you're drawing. It's International Women's Day, and we are drawing powerful women in honor of that. So whoever you feel like is a powerful woman, whether it's someone in your life or an historical figure, someone you look up to, submit it on Behance. I believe it's in the info tab next to the chat about how to do this. And at the very end, Kyle will be picking his favorite, and that person will win 1 year of Creative Cloud subscription.
It's a really amazing prize.
It's a really good prize. And we only have 53 minutes left. So work fast.
Uh-oh.
We're also giving away this pair of socks at some point. Although there are 2 of them. I didn't steal one of them. Although I might. It kind of matches my shirt that I have on. So I think at some point later we'll be doing some chat hype, and whoever is the loudest.
Uh-oh, we know about chat hype.
I know.
Make sure you don't try and leave a comment then.
The problem is I just said who's ever the loudest, but in the chat you can't really,
Yeah.
We're the loudest. That means you get one sock, I get the other.
Right. Who's going to type the most and the fastest?
Yeah, but not yet.
All right.
I'm also curious from the chat, a lot of people have been asking you what brushes you're using. I'm also curious what are other people's favorites. And I know Mark Crilly, who was just on, he loves the leaky
fountain pen. He was going to town with that, which made me happy. Well, what I'm using, I'm still going to be using the cake brush right now, but later I'll mix it up a little bit. I'm not sure what I'll do. This is an experiment. This is an experiment.
It's looking great. The other day you said you're not very good with color, but I think you're lying. Your colors are gorgeous. I love these jewel tones that you're using.
This is just going to be crazy bright colors everywhere. Thank you. And I'll probably wind up doing an adjustment layer later to try and rein it in.
Okay.
But maybe not.
Or maybe not. I mean,
I don't know.
We're going all dangerous today.
This is danger. Danger town. I'm going to go back to this layer, paint a little bit, and then grab a mix. There, I just wanted some brightness in there. Whoops, there we go. You'll notice, folks, I have the layer transparency locked over here. This layer has I locked the transparency. That means I can freely paint outside of this area I've already painted and not worry about making a mess.
That's right, without the selection, without having to make a selection.
I'll turn that off now.
We got people saying the Thrash Blender is quite a few people actually. The Thrash Blender is one of their favorite brushes.
Oh yeah, that's a smudge tool. I'm glad you like that one. I've used that before. Maybe I'll use it today.
Oh yeah. Andrea says, it looks awesome and makes everyone go, what's that?
Well, so what I'm planning on doing after I do these shapes is some of them I'll change the edge a little bit. Like I'll pull the edge a little, smudge a little bit here and there. And that might be a good chance to use that Thrash Blender. All right, more shape time. I'm gonna make a selection. And I'm gonna do it behind here. And I'm gonna do this. This is gonna be a nose. Put it on top of this. Make it a little lighter.
So now, do you ever use color palettes or color themes? Or do you just kind of go with whatever you're feeling?
Oh, I do use color, yeah. If anybody's ever seen me in a stream before where I've showed mixing color, I will. Today is just weird. I'm just being weird, okay? I just want to make sure everyone knows that. This is not how I normally
Kyle,
work.
I think you're always. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thank you. Well, you know me very well. Normally, I will do something like I'll have. Hang on a second. Let's grab a regular. So quick diversion here. Where's my
Oh,
oil
that's
rich
cool.
brush? Here we go.
We have someone on the chat said that color stream was a game changer in mixing colors.
Awesome. Glad to hear it.
That's a great compliment.
So I'll normally have some primaries, yellow, some blue, and some red. Okay, and then I'll.
Do you actually
sample.
mind putting your canvas up a little bit? I think we're covering.
There.
We're covering it.
So here's my blue. I'll sample my blue. Lightly paint over the red. Take that. There's my purple. Get my yellow. Lightly paint over my red. There's my orange. Get my blue and lightly paint over my green. Here's my green. And I'll do this, and then I'll mix my secondaries and get these nice neutrals. You know.
This is a great tutorial. I learned something so new from you every time.
This way, all your
really
colors
good.
work. You know, they're all harmonious. You want
And that way you're not getting some crazy variation that doesn't go with the rest of them.
Yeah. And I'll always sample the blue, go to my color picker, crank it way down here in the corner, and that'll be my black.
Nice.
So it's built from the blue. It's not totally black, and then I'll take that, and that's how I can make all my darks.
Well, it's such a simple concept, but it makes so much sense at the same time. I mean, this is really like if you're painting traditionally, this is how you would do it.
Yeah.
And it's really cool to see it done digitally.
I
Nice.
recommend people do this. Then you look at, you get this really rich set of swatches.
You guys on the stream just got color 101 from Kyle to Webster. This is awesome. This is really good.
And you can see how nicely everything plays together. Like you can even just tell looking at it that these colors all feel good. Yeah, and then anything that blends and mixes and.
Oh, this is so good.
Yeah, so this is all from this is the oil rich brush it's called. It's in the Mega Pack. And it's excellent for this particular exercise.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Someone was just asking what brush are you using for that?
Oil rich.
Oil rich.
In the Mega Pack paint box. Yeah, so do that. Don't just randomly pick colors like I am right now. Because I should be doing more like that, but I really am just being weird right now and trying something different. So bear with me.
Yeah, this is so good.
Bear with me, thanks. Yeah, so I'm like not digging that shape so much, but I know what to do about it. I'll just make a new shape here, and then come across, and then come this way. And I'm just gonna paint a different color in there and see what happens.
So we have someone asking a very, I think this will be a tough question to answer. Bruno says, I've been using your brushes to add texture to my exported Illustrator files. Any tips or any suggested brush?
For exporting to Illustrator?
Well, he wants to add texture to his illustration files, and he was wondering if there's any. I think that's a pretty tough question.
So many, yeah. There are just too many because, like, if you say texture, that could be so many things.
Yeah. I think it really depends on the type of texture. Probably it just takes a little bit of playing around, huh?
Yeah, in the dry media set, there are a lot of brushes you could use that add texture in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
You know, like some of the pastels in the concept brush set, there are tons of brushes that would do textural things for you. The halftone brushes have useful, maybe not so useful, I don't know, depending on what you want, textures. That is a tough question to answer.
Yeah, super tough question.
Sorry.
I do have to interrupt you because in 15 minutes, we are giving away our favorite pair of socks.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to be so sad to see them go.
No, that's coming up. And I'm not allowed to win them, right? Of course not.
I thought you were winning one and I was winning the other one. Which do you want, left or right sock? Or is there a left or right sock?
I'll just wear left.
Okay.
Do they not have more of those available for Adobe employees? Come on now.
I heard a rumor that this pair of socks is the very last pair of Adobe socks on Earth.
Never mind.
But in 15 minutes, be ready for some chat hype. But not right now, because we're watching Kyle paint Frida.
We're watching Kyle completely go.
Ooh, someone's asking if you'll sign the socks.
Oh, sure, with Sharpie, I guess. Sign them with Sharpie.
There you go. Limited edition Kyle signed Adobe socks.
Just what everybody wants. The thing we all want. Signed socks.
We also had someone asking they're like, I thought Adobe socks were part of your uniform. Wouldn't that be funny?
We wouldn't be allowed in the office without
Our Adobe socks.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, you're not wearing the
And
Adobe
our
socks.
Photoshop pillow.
Oh, the pillows.
Yeah.
I forgot about the pillows.
I think there was an Illustrator pillow given away yesterday.
Yeah, I want one of those too.
I think it would be cool if there were tool pillows. So you could have you could make your own Photoshop toolbar out of
I like
pillows.
that.
That'd be pretty awesome.
That would be sweet. That would be a sweet idea.
Yep.
Which tool would be my favorite?
Yeah.
I like some. Well, obviously the brush tool. What kind of dumb question is that? It'd be the brush tool.
I know.
Why did I even ask that question?
This is looking great. Someone was asking you, have you seen the movie Coco?
Oh yeah, so good.
Someone was asking you about Frida's cameo.
Awesome.
In Coco, and I haven't seen it yet.
Oh well, let's not talk about it then, because
Okay.
I want.
We don't want to. We don't want
You need to enjoy that movie.
Okay.
From it's so great. It's so great. We watched it with our children last week. In fact.
Oh yeah, I've heard great things about it.
It's tremendous. And like every Pixar movie, you tear up a little bit here or there.
Oh, I know.
You just can't help it.
Those guys are so good.
Yeah.
Guys and women.
The one
Men
that.
and women.
Yeah. And they all make me cry. But the one that made me cry the most was Toy Story 3.
Oh really? That's been so long ago. I don't remember.
Yeah, that one wrecked me. It was a
Yeah.
mess. Well, if any of you out there have kids, you know why. That one makes you cry, so I won't say anything else about it, but it's bad. Don't worry, nobody dies or anything. It's not like that. It's just,
I know now. I feel like the two
No.
distributors went wah,
No,
wah,
no, sorry. No.
We're gonna have to bring back our little green frog.
Which we can't
Which I
see.
can't.
There's no way to.
I'm trying to get him over Frida.
We had a over-the-shoulder camera. Is that still there? No, we're not using that today.
No, we're not using it
'Cause
today.
then you could put it in the over-the-shoulder camera and it'd be there.
Yeah.
I'd see it, but.
I think the frog. Someone suggested we name the frog Webster,
Oh, okay,
which I thought was a cute name.
I like
Webbed,
it,
you know,
yeah.
like the little webbed feet.
Cute. Well done.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm gonna like that though.
This is not part of the giveaway. This is my finger puppet.
No, that's staying here.
But it's for Kyle's children.
Thank you. Speaking of which, I will reveal in a little later. They did drawings for International Women's Day.
Oh, they did.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
Which I think would be nice to show.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
They're really getting
I'm-
into this. They're watching. They're staying with it. And
Are they? I was going to ask because I know Rob Zilla, who was on hosting Rocky earlier, has said his boys, he tries to teach his boys and they're like, nah, I'm not into it. And then he catches them drawing on the sly.
Aha. They're just too cool
It's
to
like,
admit
yeah,
it.
I don't need to do what my dad does.
Oh, and then later.
Then he catches them.
No, my kids do like to draw very much, and I'm happy about that.
We have a really great question from Jan. Says, Kyle, I'm so bad at line drawing, but I'm much better at blocking in shapes in a painterly way. Should I improve my line art, or should I focus on what I'm good at?
I would never say don't improve. No, yeah, if you're good at one thing, get good at the other thing too. Don't just let it sit there and not do it. That's something I would never advise for anybody. But you know what? Here's what I'd say. Congratulations to you for being aware of what you need to work on.
Yeah, that is really good.
A lot of people have a hard time being objective, looking at their work and saying, I'm not good in this area, I need to improve. And I'm sad to say sometimes, if you're out there and you're watching, some of my students When I come over and I say, you know, this is a better way to do this, and you say, well, I know, but. Don't say I know, but.
Yeah.
You don't know. I'm there to tell you this is the way to do it. Try it. And then later, 20 years later, if you're doing something, you go, I guess Kyle was wrong about that. Give me a call and we'll talk about it. Okay? But for now, stop saying I know, but. It really drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Please don't do that. If you know, then you can teach the class.
We also have a question about cultivating the desire to draw in your kids.
You know what? You can't force that kind of stuff. You can put paper and pencils out there, and then you can draw with them a little bit and say, "Oh, look, you can draw this, you can draw that." But you can't say now you're gonna sit down and draw. That's if they enjoy it, awesome. If not, fine.
Okay.
My mom and dad certainly never once sat with me and were like, you really should be drawing now, and you should do more drawing. I just loved it so much that's what I did.
That's cool. Yeah.
So,
and that's really how it has to be, I think, because you have to really have the desire to do something.
Yeah. It's just you either want to do it or you don't, and that's totally fine. It's what it is. By the way, I have no idea what I'm doing.
I think this is looking. I'm loving it.
Let's turn off the
I love
sketch
these
for a
colors that
second.
you're using.
See, I'm building a face.
Yeah, you are.
I promise it'll kind of look like Frida in the end.
We've got people asking where the unibrow is. They're concerned it's not going to show up. It will.
Now, why would I leave that?
It
out?
wouldn't be Frida.
How could I possibly ever not have that? We know.
Well, all that's to say, I'm really excited that we're going to go see some of your kids' work at the end.
Oh yes, I will definitely show that. I'm thank you for letting me share it.
Yeah. So for those of you who are with us, we are doing the sock giveaway in just a few minutes. And then we are also, we've got about 37 minutes and 30 seconds to submit your drawing for International Women's Day. We want to see your drawing. Submit it on Behance. I believe there's information on how to submit it.
Oh yes, you must
Yeah.
enter. If you don't
Also,
enter, you can't get the free grade.
I think I need a plug for my computer because the battery's running low and we're not going to be able to show all these great submissions if it dies.
No.
Oh, we have a rescue cord. That's awesome. Anne says, just upload my challenge, a portrait of my grandma. She was my hero. And she used to knit socks for me. Hint,
Super
hint,
cool.
hint. So, sounds like someone wants the socks.
That's cool. I'm going to add to this shape, like so. Bring this up here. And I'm going to keep going. There we go.
Very nice. Now you're doing these all on different layers, is that correct?
I am. I'm
Kinda
working on
separating
many
them out.
layers. Yeah. Because I want some shapes to sit on top of others, and yeah, we'll see what happens.
Nice.
This is again, like I said, I'm experimenting here. But I don't want to waste people's time, so I promise that the end result will be decent.
Yeah, Kyle, you're wasting all of our time. I mean, I don't know.
I know.
I'm kidding. You have taught us so much today already. I think the color mixing trick was on point. That was really good.
Good, thank you. Well, that's a good one to know. People should know that. Good habits. Besides, when you're looking at literally millions of colors in the color picker, how are you expected to make good choices anyway?
It's daunting.
Honestly. And a lot of people, I didn't even explain what I was doing with this brush.
Yeah, what are you doing with this brush?
This is the Cake Rich
So you've been
brush or
using the
Cake
cake
Thick,
brush
Cake
the
Thick.
whole time, mostly.
Oh
haven't
yeah,
you?
for all these bits
Yeah.
and pieces. And what this is a brush that allows you to, I'll just do it over here. You can paint a color, and then you can take another color. I'll just take this, I'll take a yellow, so it's just gonna be crazy. And I'll very lightly paint some of that yellow over there. So now you got a mix of all this stuff. And then when you sample like all that color together, you look up here where your sampled color is, and you'll see it samples everything. And when I make a stroke, look at that.
Whoa.
So you got these thick,
'Cause
gooey...
you sampled 2 layers? Was that what it did?
It samples everything that's on that layer.
Ah.
So it paints like thick goopy goppy.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it made me think of frosting, so I call it the cake brush.
Yeah, very nice. You know, I know someone who uses that to do type. They'll
Oh,
like
yeah.
put, what's that guy's name?
I met him at Max.
Luke Choice, Velvet Spectrum.
Yes,
So
thank
what
you.
he'll do is he'll take a really colorful photo and he'll use one of your brushes.
Mm-hmm.
He'll put a white layer on top and sample the bottom layer and
Yeah.
do this crazy beautiful type using that exact same technique.
Oh,
It's
that's
so
cool. I met him at Max, and he showed me his stuff, and I thought it was super neat.
Yeah, he's another person that uses color in a really great, I mean, just such pops of color.
Velvet Spectrum
Yeah.
is this. All right.
We've got Rob Zilla back there shaking his head. Yep.
Good old Velvet Spectrum. Where'd he come up with that name? It's a rock star name.
I know.
Very rock star.
I think, what was it? He said he liked Velvet Underground, but he couldn't do that. And he liked color, and so he used Velvet Spectrum.
Okay, cool.
It was kind of like one of those, meh,
It just came together that easily.
that easily. That's,
Good for him.
yeah.
Yeah, I met him, and I didn't realize that I had seen his work before. And
That's it, yeah. I was the same way. I knew I was familiar with his work, or I'd seen it before, but I had no idea who he was.
yeah. And I had assumed that he was doing it with some other technique. I didn't realize he was doing it the way you just described.
Yeah. Oh, it's one of those things you're like, really?
Yeah.
You shouldn't have told me that.
Yeah, kind of like,
Yeah.
try that out myself.
So we have people asking if there's any sneaks we can share, and I think, unfortunately,
I
I
do.
shared all of my sketch and draw sneaks on Tuesday.
Oh,
Unfortunately, and I think you shared your brush sneak about downloading the mega pack.
yeah, I just
some
explained
new
that
brushes.
those Megapack brushes are actually live. I
Yeah.
wasn't supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Or maybe I was. I don't know. Nobody told me not to.
I mean, that's the rule I tend to operate by. I mean, like,
Did
if I
they
know a
say don't do
feature's
it?
coming out and it's already in pre-release, it's fair game, right?
Yeah.
It's coming out.
I'm gonna have a
Plus,
really.
we're in good company. We're with people who are all excited about what we're showing. So,
Yeah, but after this, I'll go back and I'll have this email.
and you won't have it, Kyle.
Okay.
Why you weren't supposed to share that information?
You're right. Like, oh man, whoops.
All right, we've got a sock giveaway in just a couple of minutes. Very, very soon. We are getting submissions like crazy. This is awesome. It's really inspiring to see all these. After we do the sock giveaway, we'll pull up some of these submissions and check them out again. And I love it. The styles are all over the place, which I think is so cool. There's so many different styles of illustration.
Yeah. Right now I'm concentrating.
Concentrating.
Trying to make
really
decisions that matter. Don't really know what I'm doing here. I like this today. I like that I'm going in scared. It's good to be scared
Yeah?
sometimes when you're working
Yeah,
and
I
have
think
no
so.
idea what you're doing.
You know, if you're never scared, it means you're not taking risks with your work.
Not taking any
I think
risks.
it's great. Oh, we have people that have already downloaded the updated Mega Pack.
And is it updated?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Kevin,
Can you
you'll have to let
confirm
us
that it's-
know. Can you confirm or deny?
So I'm not lying to everybody? Kevin. We're waiting.
Putting Kyle on that chair.
What's going on? Why are we not hearing from Kevin?
Kevin just drops off the chat.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, it's there. Maybe. Bye.
Yeah. We have someone saying hi, Savannah Choi.
Hi,
Do you know
Savannah.
that person?
Do I know
M.
Sa-
Savannah?
M. Savannah?
I don't know. It sounded like maybe she knew who you were. We have some people asking what we do at Adobe. Kyle, what do you do at Adobe?
Lots of things.
You make lots of brushes.
Well, I make brushes. I work with you and with Will and some other fine folks with you. I do some hardware testing, and I'm doing some software-y stuff. I can't really say what I do, can I?
I know you can't.
I do stuff
Kyle
that's
and I
secret.
work on sneaky stuff together.
We work on sneaky stuff. And then I continue to do things such as what we're doing right now, which I enjoy greatly. Any kind of a live streaming situation, which I would suppose would fall into the category of evangelism, right? Mm-hmm. Creative evangelist.
Mm-hmm. But then, like, this is only just what he does at Adobe. Then you're also teaching, you're illustrating books.
Lots of stuff.
You're a busy man. We do have a news report from Kevin.
Oh.
It is updated.
Yay! Okay.
Yay! Thank you, Kevin.
I'm not a liar. I'm not a liar. See?
I know.
See, Mom? I'm not a liar. Oh, no, wait. That's very personal. Just kidding.
Yep.
I'm glad Kevin finally came back into the chat.
I think he was testing it out.
He's sweating a little bit.
Yeah, yep.
Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so now people can get it.
So I think between Kyle and I, if you have questions about Sketch or Draw, which is, I'm the designer on Sketch and Draw, or stuff that we can't tell you about.
Want to know things we can't tell you?
Yeah.
Ask away.
Yeah. When's it? Oh, we have less than a half an hour to submit sketches, and I think we're doing the giveaway soon.
Oh, that snuck up on us.
I feel like 10 minutes ago it was 5 minutes ago.
That snuck up.
I think we need some chat hype. I think it's time.
Okay.
I think it's time to give away some socks.
Okay.
Chat hype. Woo woo.
Come on, folks.
And in the meantime, while we're chat hyping, Mark is asking, does Sketch autosave? And I have news for you because Sketch is cloud-based. It is always saving. You never have to think about it.
Yep.
You can go find all of your files if you go to assets.adobe.com and sign in. You can go to mobile creations and you can see all of them there. You can send them from Sketch or Draw to Illustrator or Photoshop and open them up as PSD or AI files. You can get a PDF, you can get a PNG, you can get a JPEG, you can, you name it. Well,
all
no,
the good stuff.
not you name it.
Not you name it. Let's not. Yeah.
You can get a lot of stuff.
Just in case.
You can make a time lapse.
People want to test that out.
Yeah.
Not totally everything. This is.
I tried to make a TIFF.
Yeah. Hey. Ah, there we go.
There's a lot of chat hype for those socks. Let me tell you, people are really wanting them.
People want socks. Alrighty. Now I can't make that too dark because the monobrow is going to be there, so I need to lighten that up a little bit.
This is looking real. I'm very into this. It's a little psychedelic. Like, the colors are awesome. Not psychedelic. I don't really know what it is.
I don't know either.
I'm very into it.
It's just a thing. It is what it is, and I'm having fun. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Man, these people are so pumped about these socks.
Yeah?
I don't know. Should we put them out of their misery? Or we just let them hype the rest of the chat?
Just hype.
All right. We have a winner.
And
it's coming in.
Oh.
Very slowly. Stefan Blodgett. I don't know if I pronounced that right.
Oh.
But you are the one who won. You get the socks.
Okay.
Woohoo! Two
Sock
of them.
time.
I will confirm that there are two. Kyle and I did not steal one of them. Although we might.
Yes.
You got the socks. Congratulations, Stefan. Or Stefan. I don't know how you pronounce it. Or Stefan. Congratulations, you won.
Congratulations.
That's awesome.
Your feet are not going to be
Your
cold
feet will
anymore.
not be cold. The question is will it help him illustrate better? Will he be a better illustrator?
Are you kidding?
Because
Of course. With the branding on there,
I know.
it's an automatic yes. This is going to go around here.
All right, so we promised to look at some drawings after we checked out, after we gave away the socks, and I think it's time to do that now because we only have 25 minutes left. So people, submit your drawings. We've got this one, kind of Rosie the Riveter style. It's very nice.
I like that.
I do too.
Good drawing.
It's really simple and just striking.
Yeah.
Here's another one. We've got a little text on it
Oh,
today.
I like that too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Malala. Mm-hmm. Excellent.
Ooh, this one's gorgeous. This kind of reminds me a little bit of your, it's similar vein of the illustration that you did on Tuesday.
On Tuesday.
Yeah, it's very
Nicely
nice.
done. Nicely done.
Ooh, we've got a Go Girls. She's wearing her punching gloves, boxing gloves.
Cool.
Very nice.
I like that.
Yeah, it's good. Oh, let's zoom in on this one. Here's another one. Looks like
Somebody is using their telephono
I know.
to talk about Women's Day.
Yep. This one looks like it's done in Sketch, maybe? I can't tell. It looks like the
It could be Sketch or
watercolor.
Photoshop.
Yeah, I can't really tell. Very
Wonder
nice.
Woman. We
Wonder Woman.
debated whether or not we should.
Oh, this is
let my
nice.
daughter see that.
Whoever did this one went and decided they put it
Oh,
on a
neat.
little background. That's cool.
Mhm. And
I
that's
like the
shape-based.
simplicity of it. Yeah, it's very nice. Looks like. Oh, this one's books. Little girls with dreams become women with vision. That's very nice.
That's a nice quote. I wonder if that's an original quote.
You know, I
there.
actually saw that on Instagram today, so I think it's maybe a Women's Day quote.
Nice.
Yeah,
Well, I like that.
yeah. Here's someone's grandmother, who's their hero. And then we also have this one.
Cool.
Oh, that's interesting.
There's lots of stuff going on there. We got
frog.
fish. We got
Yeah.
is that a horse from
Very
a
nice. It looks like a wind-up.
carousel?
Like
Oh,
the
okay.
key,
Right.
key wind-up horse. Very nice. Great submissions, guys. You have 23 minutes and 27 seconds left.
It's not a lot of time.
I know, it's not. It kind of stresses me out when I have to announce it.
If anyone's wondering what I'm doing now, I'm just playing with edges
Okay.
so that not everything has exactly the same sort of sharp cut paper kind of edge, you know?
Oh, we've got a great question in the chat. Any advice on how to get used to working with digital pen and brushes when you're just starting to make the switch?
Well, one thing again is always what tools are you using? Are you using a tablet where you can draw on the screen or not? Because if you're not, the adjustment is so...
It's pretty hard.
Yeah, it takes a while.
Yeah.
I would estimate you need about a solid month of daily drawing with a tablet like a Wacom Intuos Pro or something like that to get used to it. You know, it's not an instant thing. Took me about that long back in the day when I started. You know, it took me about a month.
Yeah, it takes a while.
Yeah. And the other thing is then what digital tools are you using? So if you're using brushes like these, if you're using custom brushes that feel something like what you would use in the real world, it's easier as well.
Yeah.
So I obviously would recommend that.
Yeah. We had a good suggestion also in the chat. Said just try to start redrawing basic shapes to get used to it, to get used to the input, which I think is a really good suggestion.
Yeah, one of the things we draw in my digital painting class, the one I teach at the school, is a toothpaste tube.
Really?
You just draw toothpaste tubes because they're full of. You think they're simple, but when you start trying to paint them
They're
and draw
tough.
them, it's not so easy.
So we have another question. I'm looking to get a new Cintiq. What do you recommend? You are kind of the Cintiq. You're pretty knowledgeable on these things. I
Yeah, and there's
think.
so many. Now, the thing is, there's so, like, what I'm working on now, this thing's at least 5 years old, I would imagine, 4 or 5 years
wow.
old. It's a Cintiq 22 HD. They have been making these for a long time. You can buy them refurbished.
Oh.
Save some money there. And I highly
They are
recommend them because they're
expensive,
wonderful.
yeah.
Yeah, these are absolutely wonderful tools. I love them. So I can't say anything bad about those. But if you want to go super high end, you can buy the later Cintiq Pros. Those came out in the last few years. And they are also just incredible, amazing tools. Then they also have a 13-inch model of that, so it's more portable.
Oh,
You're looking
yeah.
for something where you want to.
You mean you don't carry this around under your arm all the time?
I do not. Yeah. So there are
Yeah.
lots of options, but
Yeah.
it all comes down to personal preference, I think.
Yeah, it does come down to personal preference. And Michael made a good point. He said, if you, just because you have a Cintiq, it doesn't make you a good illustrator.
No.
You gotta...
No, of course not. The thing that makes you a good illustrator
it's not the
is
tool,
lots of
it's learning.
drawing. Spend time drawing. Lots of time. There we go.
And do you have the touch? No, you don't turn touch on.
I always leave touch off.
Yeah.
But I know people who put it on. But I don't bother. I use key commands for...
Pretty much everything.
Yeah, navigating around. And if I want to rotate my canvas, just hold down R.
Yep.
Stuff like that. Hold down the shift key to make it...
I remember when Photoshop came out with the rotate canvas. It messed with my head so bad. I would rotate my canvas and I couldn't figure out how to get it back to
the
original.
The first time I did it, I didn't realize that using the shift key makes it precise so that you're doing increments of 15 degrees. So that's good to know.
Yeah. Yeah, but it does, I mean, to your point, it does take a long time. I don't mean to say that to be discouraging, but it does take a while to learn to get used to the Cintiq.
For sure.
The very first time I used one, I walk into my first day at an design agency, and I sit down, no mouse. And it took me a solid 2 weeks just to feel comfortable with it, and I think illustration, like you said, I think a month is probably about what it takes because it's kind of relearning, especially when you're used to a mouse.
It's so different.
And now I hold a mouse in my hand and I feel like I'm a caveman banging rocks together.
You know, there are some people out there who illustrate with the mouse.
Yeah.
And do a great job. I don't know how they do it, but they do.
They're so weird.
It's possible. So I mean, it can be done. I just don't want to be even making any attempt to do that. No, thank you.
Fans, chat people, you have 17 minutes and 55 seconds to submit.
Not a lot of time.
For International Women's Day. And at the very end, Kyle will select one of you as a lucky winner and you'll get a year of Creative Cloud.
That is such a great prize.
I know. I get excited for whoever wins it.
Yeah, that is not a small prize. It's a big deal.
This is such a friendly, you know what, I just want to say, just thank you to all of you guys in the chat. You are such a friendly, happy, nice crowd. So positive.
Thank goodness. We don't like meanies.
There are no meanies in this crowd.
I'm going to do something
Everyone's
super
really
scary. You ready?
Uh-oh. What are you doing?
I just combined all these layers. Okay?
Kyle, what are you doing?
Now I'm going to...
Did you duplicate them all at first, at least, and then hide them?
Nope.
Oh, man.
I'm going to do it now again.
No!
'Cause I like to be risky. Ba-boom.
Ah!
Look, that's all in one layer now.
So much anxiety from that.
Why am I doing it, you may wonder? I'm going to take my stamp tool and move this mouse.
Even the chat people are
here.
panicking. Our friends in the chat.
That's right. I'm going to take this, go up here, and then do this.
So here's a good question. Someone just asked, why did you not just group the layers? Why did you merge them?
I feel confident that it's fine.
I'm such a good illustrator. I can just merge all the layers. No big deal.
I'm just not worried about it. It's fine. It's fine. No big deal. Now I'm going to take some stuff here. I'm going to push it this way. Just get rid of some of these weird edges. Ding, ding. And I'm going to do this. Size it down. I'm going to whoosh.
Oh, this is looking so good. I want a poster of this.
Well, let's wait and see. Let's see what happens. I want this to be... It's going to be weird, but I'm going to put some green in here.
I had someone comment that you're living on the edge, and sometimes I feel like my life is a musical because someone will say something and then a song pops into my head, and I forget who the artist is, but it's like 80s, living on the edge.
Oh, that's Aerosmith.
Aerosmith. No, it'd be 90s, wouldn't it?
That song came out in the 90s. It's an Aerosmith song.
So I have Aerosmith living on the edge of my head now. So thank you.
Song. You're welcome. I bought Permanent Vacation, the Aerosmith album from 1987. It's one of the first albums I purchased when I was in middle school. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, 1993. That's our answer. Thank you, Adobe Live.
What we do without these people. Everyone knows everything. Everyone knows everything.
I know.
I like this green. I'm going to take the greenish, this greenish-y color. I'm going to let it make its way up here into the to the forehead. I'm just gonna do this. Cut through. I just think it's a cool color, and I'm gonna just paint some of it up there. And then I'm gonna take a green from my background, put that in there, mix it together, and just do that.
Now, is this a technique that you use quite a bit, like pulling from the background into the actual painting, just to kind of help blend some of the...
Just felt like I should do it.
Because we're living on the edge.
Yeah, and like, you know, now I kind of feel like I should be pulling some other greens in there, just here and there. So I'm gonna do it. Like under the mouth here. I feel like I could just do that. Why not? Just see what happens. Yeah, it's fine. It's all about taking risks. Turn my sketch back on. Time for the monobrow. Thanks for being patient.
The monobrow, the moment we've all been waiting for. What color will it be? That's the question.
It's gonna be this dark bluish kind of black color from up in the up in there. Grab some more blue, and then I'm gonna break it apart. Like that.
Ooh, that's looking really good. We have a question about drawing the background. A very observant person noticed that you drew the background first and then are doing the foreground. Do you ever do the background last, and why?
Yeah, the answer to why would be just got around to it at that point. Maybe I was more interested in working on whatever was in the foreground first.
Such a technical, profound answer, Kyle T. Webster.
Yeah, wow, I wish I had something better to offer than that. Gosh.
Hey.
Now, if I were doing a
sometimes it's
painting,
yeah.
you know, if I were doing a formal landscape or something, I would always work back to front.
Right. You kind of have to.
Yeah, that would, for me, that just I can make sense of things more easily that way. But in this kind of situation where it's a very graphic portrait illustrate, this is more of like a graphic design exercise for me than anything. It's not a formal painterly painting portrait of Frida Kahlo. It's a completely different animal. That doesn't even come into play. So
yeah, you're just building at this point.
Yeah, pretty much. And that whole background might change anyway. You know.
Oh, don't throw it away. I really like it.
Yeah, we don't want it anymore.
Aww.
No, we don't know what'll happen yet. So, all right, let me save it. How much time we got?
You know what? We only have 11 minutes and 15 seconds for people to submit stuff.
Oh,
that
dear.
means you have 40 minutes.
Okay. I can do it.
Well, let's take that back. You've got 35 minutes.
I got 35. Okay.
Because as Rufus taught us, we have 5 minutes to change over.
Yeah, that's not a lot of time. All right, so I will do an experiment. I've never done this before. I'm going to turn on my most recently used symmetry. Oh wait, hang on a second. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to paint it.
Got a good question. If we're a Creative Cloud subscriber, how do you know when your brushes are updated? Will they get a notice?
I wish they hadn't asked that.
Okay, we'll answer that question later, maybe.
I don't have an answer for you at the moment.
Okay.
Great
That is a really good question.
One that deserves a good answer.
But this is the first update you've done, so
yeah,
you're probably still working out how.
So what we Adobe, we want to make the updating process really fast and painless. So it just needs to just happen. So we're gonna figure that out and make sure that the way it happens in the future is going to be exactly that. Something that is just immediate, you know?
That's awesome.
And zippy. And so I'm working with some people to make that happen. And we even have some new ideas for having it happen in new ways that did not previously exist. I'm not going to get into that, but just know that it's top of mind for me especially.
Cool. That's good to know.
To make it happen.
Anita's asking how she gets notified for the streams when they start. If you subscribe, I believe, to Adobe's Creative Cloud channel, you get notified with a little notification. If you're on a Mac, because I get notified when we have a stream start.
Yeah,
it says, hey, guess what? Brooke and Kyler Live, they've got some great dad jokes, and they've got a frog, and we're going to draw Frida.
Great dad jokes.
It actually doesn't say that.
Why
it
people
just
are
says,
tuning
hey,
in.
we're live, but...
I haven't even told any jokes today. I feel kind of like I'm,
I know.
not
I
living
feel like
up
I should
to-
be a copywriter for the Creative Cloud account when people are live.
Go for it. Tune in for dad jokes.
Yeah.
And a few digital painting ideas.
Jeff is asking, in Photoshop Sketch, how can I favorite or add brushes to my library? And I'm going to give you an answer for that, but I'm also giving you a better answer for just how to work on your favorite brushes, although we do have a solution coming. But make a library of all your favorite Kyle brushes, Photoshop brushes, whatever you have. Make a library that says favorites, or call them my go-to brushes.
Whatever.
Or brushes are the bomb, whatever it is you want to call it. So you know that they're your favorite brushes. Make a library, and then they're available in Photoshop and Sketch. You just don't have to worry about it. It's just all there. So,
Bingo.
and that is a tip from our friend right beside me.
Because people put way too many brushes at one time into their...
Oh, totally.
Yeah. Even in Photoshop, they just load them all and leave them there, and I think you got to do better than that for yourself, so you don't drive yourself crazy looking for what you like. At the very least, have like 10 or 12 favorites in a folder so you can access them at any point. You will go nuts if you don't do that.
Yep. You guys, we have 7 minutes and 47 seconds left to submit. If
Come
you
on
haven't
now.
started, yes, Jan, I mean CC libraries. Creative Cloud library. Put all your favorite brushes in them. We've got 7 minutes for people to submit their drawings. We've had a lot of really great drawings today.
Good. I've seen some cool ones.
I know. These have been really awesome.
I'm going to change this.
And we also had a really sweet comment from someone earlier. They said they would rather watch us than Netflix.
What?
I know.
Adobe live stream and chill?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Doesn't quite have the same ring to it.
Nah, guess not. But that's a super nice compliment, and I'm
That is a
very
really great
grateful.
compliment
Thank you.
from Ulf.
From who?
Ulf.
Ulf. Okay. Thank you, Ulf.
Once the library is created, will it be available while I'm on the road using Mobile Studio Pro? If you are not connected to Wi-Fi, I think what you need to do is you need to load the library first, and then if you're not connected to Wi-Fi, then it's available.
Yeah.
I believe.
First make sure you load that library. Yeah, otherwise, can't get to it. Them's the breaks.
Yeah. We just need Wi-Fi everywhere. That would solve all the world's problems.
It would solve a lot.
Yeah. That's true. It would not solve all the world's problems.
Not all, but many. Alrighty, now need some more contrast in there, and therefore I will grab some of this and I will
Man.
pop it in there.
These people are hard at work. We are getting so many submissions today.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Tons and tons.
Well, it's a good day. Today
It is
a
a good
special
day.
day. We should be celebrating. We should be getting more submissions than usual, I believe.
Yeah, and we are. And they're all really, really good. It's going to be so hard to choose.
I always feel guilty having to pick
Yeah.
someone.
You probably should.
Thanks. I got Coco in the brain now. I mean the movie. Such a good movie.
I know I'm going to have to watch it now.
Really, it's good.
I really love the texture that you're giving her her shirt.
Thanks. So that's that. Now I'm going to move on to the eyes. We're going to
People are asking what you were humming. And it's a song from Coco. Is that correct? Because we were talking about Coco earlier.
What was I don't know what I was.
Oh.
Oh, it was yeah. What's that? It's da 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 da. It's like a Spanish guitar.
Oh.
I was thinking like it's sort of
Some
dramatic.
sort of tango. I know what you're talking about. I don't know. Maybe someone on the chat knows. They're the answers to all of our questions.
I know. What am I doing?
Un Poco Loco? Is that it?
No, that is in the movie, but that's not what I was
Okay.
thinking. There's a French singer-songwriter who I love named Francis Cabrel. He has a song called La Corrida that has some Spanish guitar sort of sounding stuff in it that
Yeah.
maybe is a little bit like that.
Oh man, the challenge submission deadline counter just turned red. It's giving me anxiety. You guys, submit, hurry. But you know what? If you don't get it done in time, we still have one more live stream left. We have Jax coming on. I do not know what she's going to be drawing, but she's awesome.
Yeah.
No, she's a game designer, character designer?
Character design
Yeah.
and concept stuff for games and,
Yeah, she's really
and
good.
animation, I believe, and other things.
So stick around if you don't finish it. You have time during her segment, but then after that, sorry guys. I'm really liking this.
Thanks. It's weird.
I'm
It's weird. I need to do something else now. Here, I'm gonna take this shape here. And I'm gonna go.
So do you listen to any type of music in particular while you're working?
While I'm working, I used to listen to this thing called AM 1710 Antioch. ANTIOCH.
I take it that's a radio show.
It was a radio show that had they would rebroadcast old radio broadcasts from like 50, 60 years ago. And it's super entertaining for me. I thought
Yeah.
it was awesome, but
It's like super old school radio shows.
old stuff from the 40s.
That's awesome.
So old radio dramas and things, and I just thought it was awesome.
That's cool.
But I I listened to pretty much all of it, so I ran out of.
It's good to move on.
Yeah, I listened to so many of them that after a while I started hearing repeats of things. Bear in mind, I listened to it for literally about 4 years straight.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
We have a
working
couple
every
other
day.
people on the chat who know what you're talking about.
Oh, awesome.
Trevor said, I used to love that station. I listen to it all the time.
It's great. It's still on. I checked recently to see if, they were still broadcasting. And you should make donations if you listen. I made donations every year because it's run off of the community. Community support, so it's not like it can function without people supporting it. But it's super, super cool. All right, and we're going to grab some of this color. We're going to make a shape here.
Friends, we have 1 minute and 20 seconds. If you haven't submitted yet, hurry up and submit it. Or submit it or submit it even after, and we'll take a look at it during the Jax when she's live.
Do the same thing over here.
We have Robzilla leaving. Everyone say bye to Rob
Bye,
in the
Rob.
chat. Bye, Rob.
Yeah.
The man, the myth, the legend,
Robzilla.
the Zilla. Now he's gone.
I know.
Just took off.
You just left us like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll have to wipe
Don't
my
worry.
tears
No,
with
no,
these
it's
socks.
okay. No. And then give them to someone else.
I know.
We need to put just a hit of that green in
Yeah,
here. So
to
I'm going to
kinda
make
pull it
this
all up
nice
here.
shape here.
We have 18 seconds left. Submit your stuff. We'll take a look at it, and then at the very end.
So it's starting to come together. We're starting to see something here that looks Frida Kahlo-y. See that? Yeah.
I'm digging it. I
Isn't
would
it fun to experiment?
definitely buy this as this would be a cool poster or postcard.
Cool.
I could see it as a Women's Day postcard.
All right.
That'd be super awesome. Or
Let's
a
make it-
stamp.
Let's make it happen. A stamp. Oh, wow. Now we're
That'd be
getting
cool.
some.
You know, in the Netherlands, they still do that. They commission an artist every year to do a stamp.
Oh,
and I think
cool.
that's so cool.
Well,
Because stamps really are an art. I mean, they're this tiny little
Yeah.
thing.
a friend of mine has done a few stamps. His name's Sterling Hundley. He is such a good illustrator. If you're not aware of him, you simply must do yourself a favor and look him up. Sterling Hundley. He also has one of the coolest names
Yeah.
I've ever heard.
That's pretty awesome.
Sterling Hundley. Incredible illustrator artist. He's done some stamps commissioned directly by the old U.S. Postal Service.
Yeah.
And
I wonder how you get on that.
no idea. Always wondered that myself. It used to be one of my, like, as an illustrator, I had these goals, like magazines to work for, job commissions to do like certain jobs, and one of them was do a stamp. And after a while, I just gave up on that one because I had no idea how that happens.
Yeah.
Like, who do you talk to even send work? I don't know. I think it's
Yeah,
like
I'm not
you have
sure
to
how
be
that
just
works.
awesome and people notice you, and then they commission you. I think that's kind of how it works. So,
Yeah.
I was just never on their radar.
Yeah, it must be some. I have no idea.
No idea. Pretty cool though, if you can
Yeah,
get
it
it.
is pretty cool. There's a Dutch designer. Her name is Hansja van Halem, and
Cool
she does
name.
these. Yeah, it's another cool name. She works in Illustrator, but she uses like scripts to do these sort of crazy. And she does typography, but
Yeah.
I was talking to her a few years ago, and she said that she was commissioned, and she submitted like 50 different versions, and they're like, yeah, we just don't really like any of them. And she's like,
Holy cow.
she's like, I missed out on the greatest chance of my life, and she was so bummed out. And then
Yeah.
they called her up, and they're like, hey, we want to give you one more opportunities to submit, and they
wow.
end up liking that
Oh,
one.
good for her.
But she was like, it was the most stressful,
Yeah.
you know, because it's like this huge opportunity.
Yeah. But good for her that she got it in the
Yeah,
end. That's
yeah.
awesome. I had to put a spot of green up there. Just
Oh,
had
yeah.
to do it. I wish you had told me it needed that because I was waiting for you to.
Kyle, I can't tell you everything. I cannot sit here and babysit you.
My kids are familiar with that expression. When it's time to get ready for bed, I'm always saying, you know how to do this already. You know how to brush your teeth. You know what you're doing. I'm not going to come
Yeah.
in there and babysit.
Someone was asking for the name of the Dutch artist I just mentioned. Her name is Hansja van Halem, and it's Hansje. Vanhalam, I believe.
Wow. How do you remember that?
I was obsessed with her work, but I still am. I mean, she's beautiful work.
That explains it. Mm-hmm. Okay, Frida, we need to get you some flowers up in your hair, and we also might need to crop this thing in.
Okay.
I don't know yet. We haven't figured it out. But I'm pretty happy with the face. I'm probably leave it alone for now. So, you know, some edges are lost, some edges are sharp. This big shape in the middle, I feel like it'd be nice if I could just break that up a little bit. So I'll probably just do that. There. Yeah, that's cool. You know?
Nice.
Where do these decisions come from? Who cares?
We're just being spontaneous.
It's just something there. See, like that had to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe something has to break that, I guess. Kind of like.
Mm-hmm.
Yes or no? I don't know. Nah, I don't want to draw too much attention there. Maybe not.
Wow, you know what? This chat is like on command. I feel like it's our very own Google. Someone found the link where you submit your work to the USPS for it to be
Get
chosen as a
out.
stamp.
Get out of here. What?
Thank you, Christine.
Are you going to help
That
me
is
realize
too
this career
kind.
goal?
I know. You need to.
Somebody
let
say
Kyle.
Email it to me, please. Yeah.
This is too good.
Since it's definitely
See, it's
something.
like our own little personal Google.
Yeah.
Can someone order me dinner?
Instead of saying, hey Siri, we just say, hey chat. And
I know. Hey, Adobe Live Chat. What you got for me?
I'm pretty excited about that. I've always wanted to do a stamp.
Yeah, that would be.
I'm talking like it's guaranteed now. Like, oh, I have the contact information.
I got this.
That's
No
all it
big deal.
takes. Now I'll just get a stamp. Haha. Not how it works, folks.
We have another. Wow, Jeff is just rolling it in with the questions. Any thoughts on ways to get connected for work? So far, I've just been doing passion projects to build a portfolio.
Well, that can work, but the right people have to see it.
Yeah, that's very true. That's a hard one. I think my gut would say like putting the passion projects in your portfolio is a really great way to work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one of the best pieces that of advice I received as a designer is only put the work in your portfolio that you want to get hired for.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there is some work you're like, well, you know, it was good work, but I just don't really love it. It's not the kind of work I want to do. Don't make your portfolio bigger just to have more work in there.
Yeah.
Put the stuff in there that you want.
If you're putting stuff in your portfolio you're not proud of, or that you don't want to, it's not the kind of work you want to do. Mm-hmm. Like, I think I told you, Brooke, didn't I tell you on Tuesday about road and track? Mm-hmm. Like, I didn't want to draw cars.
Yeah, totally.
And so I didn't put any cars in my portfolio.
Yeah.
But then for some reason I got a call from Road and Track and wound up working with them for several years, like on a bi-monthly basis, basically. But I still never put that work in my portfolio just because I still didn't want to draw cars.
Yeah.
So I was sticking to that rule.
And sometimes it's hard because you do get known for something, or, you know, they're like, oh, Kyle's the great car guy.
Yeah, no.
You're like, no, please don't call me.
No cars, please. Yeah, not interested.
All right. I'm going to check to see if we've got any more submissions. Maybe while you're working on those, while you're working on some of these touch-ups, we can go through some of the submissions so we can curate them down for the very end. We've got Oprah, the woman.
Oh, cool. She looks like
I know.
Like a goddess.
Yeah, the Oprah goddess. I don't know what this is, but it's a
You
little
are awesome.
comic.
No, you are awesome. You are both are awesome.
That's so cool.
Happy women.
That's really cute. I really like that. No, you're awesome.
They're very nice to each other.
Okay. It's Women's Day. Suit up. That's cute. I like that. Same girl.
Oh, cool.
Very nice. We've got another one. International Women's Day. We've got a lot of people putting type on their illustrations.
That person looks like an athlete.
I know.
Someone sporty in some way, shape, or form.
Ooh, is this hair or a cape? I don't know what it is, but I'm pretty into it.
I can't tell.
Uh-oh. Look who found one of your, is that one of your cars?
Dude, that's one hey, how did you find that? Cars. That's from Road and Track. How did you find that? Rufus found one of my illustrations from Road and Track. Where was that? Was that in my portfolio?
Yeah.
No, can't be. I thought I took all the cars out of there so people don't ask me to draw them.
Here we've got a little punk woman.
Oh, cool.
Got some pink hair. She's sassy. What is this? A fashion mind trap in the media light. Got another cartoon.
I think that's making fun of a certain famous person.
Mm-hmm. That one's really nice.
That's nice too. I like that.
Yeah, I like the textures in it.
Mm-hmm.
Here's
oh wow, that looks like a is that? How do they do that? They must have used a photo for reference and then.
Yeah. Oh, this is interesting. Is that looks like it's a Mother Earth creating the world. That's really cool. It's a video. I don't know if it'll go on live stream.
They made an animation in this short amount of time we've had today.
Oh my gosh, check it out. That's so cool.
Whoa. Well done.
That's super cool. Well done.
I like that a lot. That's very neat.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Neat.
Here's another one. Beverly McDougall. Maybe that's
wow, nice painting.
Oh, that's
Is that
really nice.
Lupita?
Yep. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we've got a little...
I love that. That's from yesterday. That's the monsters from yesterday. Great drawing, though.
Yeah, that is really cute.
That is super professional. Who's that? Thomas Shannon.
Yeah.
Super pro.
Nice job. Oh, this one's cool. It's like a little splatter relief thing. Kind of like with his,
Scratchboard?
Scratchboard.
Mm-hmm.
Here's another sort of like powerful women collage. Very nice.
I dig that. I like that too. Mm-hmm.
So many great submissions. Fight. This is cute. We're painting a mural together.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. Here's another one. This looks like a Women's March illustration.
Yeah, cool.
Very good.
Sort of punk.
And we got one more. Very nice.
That's nice. That must be somebody. I wonder who that is.
I know. I'm not for sure who it is. Very cool. We've got a lot of great ones to choose from.
Mm-hmm. And of course, I'll be the bad guy because I have to pick something that wins. And
I know.
Even though there's lots of good stuff.
I know.
So it goes.
That is how it goes.
I think it's funny that Rufus found that car illustration. Aha.
He's getting you back for
sneaking in a dad joke
Yep.
yesterday at the very end of the stream.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oops, I don't have a lot of time left, so I got to get to these flowers.
Oh yeah, that's right. We've got 15 minutes.
All right. And let me just take this opportunity here to let's see here. This is Harriet Tubman,
Oh, these are your kids.
illustrated by my son, Wolfie Webster. She said, "I freed 1,000 slaves. I could have freed 1,000 more if only they knew they were slaves."
That's awesome. How old
Harriet
is your
Tubman.
son?
He's 7.
Oh,
Good job on
That's
the
so
face,
cool.
Wolfie. I like that.
reward $40,000. That's good. I like that.
Good job, Wolfie. And then this is my daughter, Hermione. She drew Rosa Parks.
Oh, very nice.
Nice job on the face, baby. I like that.
Now I know how to spell her name.
Yeah, Hermione, same as Harry Potter. Nice drawings.
Oh, good job. Let's give a hand
Yeah,
for
thank
Kyle's
you for participating in
kids.
the
That's
challenge
so
today.
awesome.
I like that. I like that you both did that. Good kids. All right. Let's carry some of this color. This sort of pinkish kind of color. I'm gonna grab that. Let me zoom in and size this down. We're gonna grab that. Okay. Come up here, and I might just kind of free hand. No, maybe not. Let me go back to my sketch and look at those shapes. I'm gonna turn that into highlight. Hard light, and I'm going to make it white. There. So now I can see.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
what you did.
I want to see what I'm doing there.
Someone asked, so what makes this a mobile illustration stream? And I don't know that this one specifically is mobile illustration. You were working on the iPad on Tuesday.
Tuesday I did iPad. Yeah, check it out. It's archived.
Yeah, that's a really good one. And what I love about these 2 days, and again, I wasn't here for yesterday, but is that you're showing two very different styles of drawing between Tuesday and today. So on Tuesday, you were showing like putting down paint and then subtracting it away, and today you're doing a very additive sort of.
All 3 days have
building,
been quite different. If you look at yesterday's stream, it was more of a comic book style, like a pencil sketch and then an ink drawing on top of the pencil sketch. Kind of a spontaneous thing going on Tuesday with you, where we did the face.
Yep.
Another different way of working. There's so many. The thing is about with these kinds of tools, whether it's Photoshop or Photoshop Sketch or anything, you really can do a lot of different styles of work very comfortably. So, and I like to mix it up. It's so much more fun for me not to do the same thing all the time.
Yeah.
You know?
So Kyle, I don't want to stress you out, but you have about like 8 or 9 minutes left.
No problem.
Okay.
Just you wait and see. Just wait. See what I can do in just.
Look at that confidence
minutes.
there. Look at that confidence.
Just wait. Boom, 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 boom. No, it's gonna be fine.
Oh, I'm very into these flowers.
They're gonna be.
So what brush are you using for this? Are you
This is
still
all
using
still
your...
cake.
Okay.
Still using that cake brush. Just cake.
I was gonna try to make a cake pun out of Frida's name, but I just won't.
What was it gonna be?
I was gonna try to turn like Frida Kahlo into Frida Keiko or
cake,
something.
Yeah. No harm. I mean, just do it.
I really need to have a filter between this thing and this thing.
There's no editing on these streams, you know.
I know.
It just happens. And then
They told me they were gonna, tape it and then edit out all my dumb comments.
Not how it works. Whatever we say, it's there forever.
Yeah.
Even in the replays. They don't even edit the replays.
I know.
So we just have to live with our
Live with our
comments.
mistakes. Live with our, yeah.
And we're gonna make a shape. Just gonna pop that in there. Oops.
And Tony's asking where you can find the cake brush. And that is in part of the brushes to download.
And the real oils in the mega pack.
The real oils in the mega pack. And to do that, all you do is you open up your brush panel and you go to the hamburger menu and you say, get more brushes, and it will take you directly to the website. It's just that simple.
That's it. Easy peasy, bumblebeesy.
Ryan is asking if you can recommend a brush that would replicate a linocut.
Well, I mean, that's really down to how you draw. So it's impossible. You have to draw with lines that feel like they have that quality. I wouldn't say that a brush could ever actually replicate that. I mean, sorry, that's a tough one to really give a good answer for, because that really comes a lot down to just simply drawing.
Yeah.
I know people don't want to hear that, but sorry, that's what it is. Not the answer people want.
I know.
I hate that. I don't want to disappoint people.
It happens.
Okay.
Ooh, this is looking nice.
We need some... Okay, so the one thing we're missing is anything.
So I think you are like doing, you're kind of taking a... Well, I should not even say this. This is going to be bad. I was going to say you're taking the Bob Ross approach, but instead of turning things into birds, you're turning them into flowers.
Yeah. I grew up idolizing... Bob Ross, he was a hero of mine.
Yeah.
I know people make fun of him and this and that and happy little trees and so on, but I mean, the truth is, like, he really did get a lot of people interested in painting. Oh, totally. And I love him.
You know what? I grew up without a TV, but
right.
I saw Bob Ross was on at some friend's house at one point, and that's how I learned to draw trees.
Oh my gosh, happy trees. Because
of
Bob Ross.
It was like 5 minutes of watching Bob Ross, but that's how I learned.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
A hero to many.
I know. Ooh, I really like this headband thing that you put in.
Thanks.
That is really nice. I really like that. That really tied it all together.
But we need a hit of it. We need a hit. Something down here.
If Kyle's taught us anything, we need a little hit of the color.
Of color.
I know.
Color.
Yeah.
Careful
now.
Let's
be careful. Yeah.
Let's make sure we know what we're talking about. All right, just gonna throw a little bit of that blue in there, and we definitely are going to take this blue, and we're gonna just throw it in the face. Throw some blue there. Frida would not mind, right? Just a bit. And I'm going to put a little bit right there.
All right.
So
we need to do the final review. Are you about?
Okay. Can we do the final review?
You have. Do you wanna like take one more minute?
Yeah, I'll do one more minute. Finish this up.
Okay.
Throw my name on there and call it a day. How about that?
Ooh, Anne just had a really great suggestion. She said this would be a great print on a summer dress.
Cool.
That would be a cool, like, scarf.
Fine with me.
I could totally see that as a silk scarf. I'd be very into that.
Sure, why not? All right, so I think what we need to do is this. I think we're gonna crop. And I love that I can see how to center everything.
It is nice. The thirds is I do really like that in Photoshop.
And let's escape. And let's zoom in. You can see the texture.
I love it.
And guys, thanks for hanging with me on that. I know it was a weird experiment.
I think everyone was pretty into it. But you taught everyone a lot.
That was super fun.
Color mixing.
Super fun, super fun.
Yeah.
One quick thing at the end. Look what you can do. Grab a color that's warm. Make a layer. Set it to soft light. Unify all your colors.
Ooh.
And You know, I would usually do something along these lines, maybe 50%, just to really get some more harmony in there.
I kind of like all the loudness of it, though.
Let's turn it off.
Yeah.
Yes, no, yes, no.
I don't know.
Yes.
You guys tell us on the stream. Well, they decide
All right,
if they
so
like
let's
it
look and see.
as yes or no, on or off. We should choose our final options.
There
So we've
was
got
one. There
this
was one I saw early on.
Okay.
Remember the one that was really super nicely rendered and painted? I really dug that. It was like when we first looked at like way back.
Okay.
That was when you very first started looking at work.
Very first. I might have to go back to my
Or
spreadsheet.
oh gosh.
So the only problem with this one, I think this one was really good, but this person has previously won.
Okay, yeah.
So
But
we
also
can't-
that wasn't the one I was thinking of, even though it's great. There was the one
Yeah.
way back. It was a person. It was like super well painted. Remember?
Okay, I'll have to go back and look at it because I think that one might be a previous winner as well, which is why I closed it.
Oh, okay.
So maybe
All
we
right,
can
so let's look
switch
at-
back over to your Frida Kahlo while I try to find it.
Okay,
Because this
if you
is
want
going to
to.
get real messy right here.
Okie dokie. All right.
They'll be able to see too much behind the scenes.
Understand. All right, I feel good about this. I'm going to sign it. And I'm going to use a different brush because we don't need all kinds of sloppy signing there. Grab the brush pen.
Oh, and you were talking about this one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a previous winner.
Oh man.
But it is
Well,
really good.
Yeah, but we can't.
I know.
That wouldn't be
I
fair.
really do like this one a lot. Okay, so should we take another review?
Mm-hmm.
So we've got this one, the mural one.
It's good.
Okay. We've got this one.
Food.
That
It's
one.
a great painting.
Mm-hmm. That one. That one. And that one.
I like that one.
All right. Looks like we've got a winner. Dama Chan. Congratulations. You
there-
have won a year of Creative Cloud.
That's pretty cool.
I really like it. It's a good one. It's powerful. It's simple. That's really nice. Nice job.
Congrats.
Good work. All right. I think we're at the probably at the changeover time.
Are we at the changeover?
I don't know.
All right.
We have 1 more minute.
We'll have Frida sign off then.
Free to sign off.
Let me zoom out and just, so we did an adjustment, or not an adjustment layer, but we put a layer with soft light on top.
Mm-hmm.
Here's before, here's after.
Oh,
Lots of
yeah, that's
choices. I
nice,
can't
yeah.
decide, you know.
I feel
I
like
have
it
a hard
depends on
time.
what you would do with it. Like if it were a silk scarf, I would want the brighter one for sure.
Yeah, so you could go darker.
Yeah.
And you could just cut this down.
Yeah.
That might be the way to go. I don't know, folks. Then you can always
He doesn't know.
Sometimes you can
doesn't
do.
know.
Sometimes you can ask Photoshop what it thinks, and you can flatten it, and then you can say image adjust, auto tone, auto color. I mean, so Photoshop thinks that's right. I like that too.
I like that too.
It's impossible to say. Sometimes you can auto tone. Photoshop thinks that looks good. I like that too.
Ooh, yeah.
So we'll save that.
I don't know. You can't choose favorites with your kids.
Nope. That's free to flat.
All right.
All right.
I think that's our sign-off cue. Froggy.
Thanks everybody
Froggy
for tuning in.
says goodbye.
3 days, 3 days, 3 totally different
All right.
experiments.
It's been so good having you guys. You've been great. Jax is up next. Stay tuned.
Jax.
Bye, guys.
Bye.